Welcome back to our channel. So in the previous session we have seen the access specifiers. So in that we have seen the public, private and protect. So it shows the scope of the variable, so where we can use the variable. And now in this session we'll go with the constructors. So the concept of constructor. Now what is meant by constructor? So constructor is similar to the function but not exact. So this constructor is used to initialize the instance variables. So for initializing class variables. So this constructor is used for initializing the class variables. So we know that in the previous sessions we have seen so what is meant by a class and how what are the elements that can be present in this class. So class can have the variables and the methods, right? So in order to initialize these variables we have to use this constructor. We can go with this constructor, and this constructor will be implicitly called by the compiler. Implicitly called by compiler, right? So explicitly the user need not call this constructor. Implicitly this constructor will be called by the compiler itself. Now when it is called. So whenever the object is created, so once the object is created, then this constructor will be called. Right? So in order to access these variables and methods directly with the help of class, we can't access the variables. So in order to access these variables and methods, we have to create an object, and through the object we can access the variables and methods, right? So whenever the object is created for a class, implicitly the compiler will execute this constructor. So it's not a mandatory, so it's a optional thing. So the programmer may create the constructor or write the constructor, or may not write the constructor, right? So it is similar to our function. So the name will be equal to our class name. Name should be equal to class name followed with parentheses. Right. So example, if the class is some student, this is a class student followed by the parenthesis is a constructor, right? So this should also be written in class. Now the class can have variables, methods and constructors till now. So this is a constructor. So we can write the body of the constructor. So whatever we want to implement, that can be written inside the constructor. And these constructors are of two types. One is default constructor, another one is parameterized constructor. So default constructor means a constructor without any arguments is called as a default constructor, and the constructor with parameters or with arguments is called parameterized constructor. So this is the default constructor, So this is the parameterized constructor. So this is this one and this one. So constructor without arguments is the default constructor. Constructor with arguments is the parameterized constructor. So that means we can also pass the parameters to the constructor, right? So if we are not writing any constructor in a class, whenever the object is created, then the empty constructor will be implicitly called. So this is the empty constructor, I mean empty body of the constructor. If you are not writing any constructor explicitly inside the class, this will be executed. That means constructor with empty body, that will be executed, right? So this is the concept of constructors. So once again I am repeating that constructor will be executed implicitly by the compiler when the object is created. So that constructor can be default or parameterized, and the constructor name should be equal to our class name followed by the parenthesis. So that's why my statement is constructor, the working of constructor is similar to a function but not exact. So if it is a function, there should be an explicit call. Unless you write the function call, that function will not get executed. But here the constructor need not wait for the function call. So implicitly the compiler will execute this constructor. That's why I am saying it's a working is similar to the function but not exact, right? So hope you understood this one. So let us move on to the compiler. So I will execute a program so demonstrating this default constructor and the parameterized constructor, so that if you are still having any doubts, those doubts will be solved, right? So move on to the compiler. Hello friends, just now we have seen the constructors concept. Now we'll implement the constructor and we'll see how the constructor will work. First, let us include the header files, and then we'll include the conio for clear the screen. Now we can create a class. So class, the class name, and here we can write. So constructor will be having the same name as a class with the parenthesis. So the constructor will automatically called whenever the object was created. So I will create a constructor. So const, sorry, yeah. So let us create two variables. So int x comma y. See, this is the constructor. So constructor without any parameters, we are not passing any parameters, right? So cout inside constructor, inside the constructor, right? Now we can initialize here x is equal to 10, or simply we can write the input function we can close here, and we can call the display function, a small display function. So cout values of x and cout values of y, close. So here also we can write enter the value of x, right, so that there will be no confusion. enter value of x and see out, enter value of y. Right, see, this ends the class, and now we have to write the main function, and inside the main function, in order to access the variables x, y and display function, we have to create the object. So how to create an object? Class name followed by object name. So this step, so const, the class name followed by object name C. Whenever this statement executed, automatically the object is created for this class, and immediately it will search for the constructor. So there is no explicit call we have to write in the main function. So implicitly the constructor will be called, and it will search for the constructor, and if it finds any constructor, automatically that particular constructor function will be executed. So not a function, that constructor body will be executed, right? So otherwise, if we are not writing any constructor, it will be treated as a empty constructor. Right. Now, so we can call it as, so c dot display. So with the help of object, we can call the methods and the variables of a class. So here we are giving a class constant, const class. So in order to access this x, y or this display directly, we have to use the object. So first object should be created, and through the object we can call the function. So first this line will be executed. So always a main function, the execution starts from the main function. So this line will be executed. So first the object will be created. Whenever the object is created, automatically this block will be executed, this constructor will be executed. So it will read x and y, it will read x and y, it will after reading the x and y, so c dot display. So c dot display, automatically c is an object and display is a function of a class. So this display function will be executed. In this display function, see out value of x and value of y. That means here the values of x and y will be printed. Now let us execute this one. Default.cpp. So two warnings. So function missing. Okay. So we have to give the return type. So no errors. Now I am compiling. So it is asking for x. So I am giving it as 10. It is asking for y. I am giving as 20. Now we'll see the output. So the value of x 10 and the value of y 20. Right. So hope you understood this one. So the execution starts from the main function, and in the main function we are not writing any explicit call for this constructor. So whenever this object is created, so this is the object creation. So whenever this object is created, so implicitly this constructor will be called, right? So in the absence of this constructor, the compiler will treat it as a empty constructor, right? So this is the constructor without parameters. Now we can also pass the parameters in the constructor. See, so I will remove everything. I will directly give the values of x and y as a parameters. So here we can have int a comma int b, right? So here I will give x is equal to a, y is equal to b, and here I will pass the parameters at the time of constructor. So 10 comma 20, right? So whenever the object is created, automatically it will go for the constructor, right? Now see, so we can go for the this one. Value of x is 10, value of y is 20. So directly whenever this line executes, so it will search for the constructor with 2 arguments. So here it founds and this block will be executed. So see out inside the constructor, x will be right. So x will be a, I mean a is assigned to x, b will be assigned to y. Okay. So immediately after getting this display function, this value of x will be printed and value of y will be printed. So this is how the constructor works, right? So if you are having any doubts regarding these constructors, so either default constructor or the parameterized constructor, so feel free to post your doubts in the comment section, so that definitely I will try to clarify all your doubts. And if you really understood my sessions, like my sessions, share my sessions with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.